Porsche is well known for building some of the most quality cars on the market today, including some performance powerhouses such as the GT2 and GT3 RS. But do you know these rare Porsches? In no particular order, let's get started. Number 10 is the Porsche 993 Speedster. The Porsche 993 Speedster was built by Porsche exclusive, using the 356 Speedster as the inspiration for the car. Only 2 units were ever made, one of which was built for Ferdinand Porsche's grandson, Ferdinand Alexander Porsche, for his 60th birthday. The other was given to comedian Jerry Seinfeld in 1998 as recognition for being an avid Porsche fan and collector, owning one of the most impressive Porsche collections in the world. And perhaps we'll dive into that collection in a future video, but today is not that day. Number 9 is the Porsche 914-8. The Porsche 914-8 was the first road legal car to use an 8-cylinder engine. Only 2 units were ever built. The first was built for Ferdinand Porsche's grandson, Ferdinand PH, while the other was built for Porsche's son, Ferry Porsche, as a 60th birthday gift. While they look identical, Ferdinand's orange 9148 was powered by a 3-liter air-cooled quad-cam 908 race car engine that made up to 350 horsepower, while Ferry's silver 9148 was lighter, more refined, with better handling. The detuned engine of Ferry's car only made about 300 horsepower in comparison. Number 8 is the Porsche 964 Turbo Cabriolet. Nobody's quite sure how many of these exist today, and the number always changes from one Porsche enthusiast to the next. Some say 4 units were made, some say 8. Some say there's 4 original units and 4 replicas. You get the idea. This is an incredibly rare Porsche exclusive build, and not much is known about this car other than rumors that all of the units that were built were around the same time, and they sold shortly after by the late 1990s. Not much about this car is known beyond that, as Porsche has been pretty quiet about this one. Number 7 is the Porsche 991 Club Coupe. The Porsche 991 Club Coupe saw a run of 13 units that were built to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the very first Porsche Club. The 13 units were for the 13 founding members. The car is identical to the 991 Carrera S. It had the classic ducktail spoiler, carbon ceramic brakes, a dynamic sport suspension, and it was finished in a Brewster green paint. Out of the 13 units, 12 were sold and 1 was retained by Porsche. Number 6 is the Porsche 993 Turbo Cabriolet. What makes the Porsche 993 Turbo Cabriolet special is the fact that it's a combination of the Cabriolet and Turbo model. The Cabriolet isn't particularly rare, and neither is the Turbo, but when combined, it makes for a very rare Porsche. Only 14 units of the Porsche 993 Turbo Cabriolet have ever been made. It was powered by a 3.6-liter turbo flat-6 engine. The engine had a max output of 360 brake horsepower. The 993 Turbo Cabriolet was the last air-cooled cabriolet built by Porsche exclusive. Number 5 is the Porsche 964 Speedster Turbo Look. Porsche had promised to build 300 units of the 964 Speedster, and after production, 936 units of the standard 964 Speedster were made. Out of 936 units, 15 units were taken by Porsche exclusive for refinement. Those 15 cars were given a new body kit that featured a widened turbo shell. These special edition cars went on to become the inspiration for the 911 Speedster concept. Number 4 is the Porsche 356 America Roadster. Porsche unveiled the 356 America Roadster in 1953. This car was lighter in comparison to other 356 models that were in production. The 16 limited edition Porsche 356 were built exclusively for the North American market. It weighed only 1,334 pounds and was powered by a 1.5-liter flat-4 engine The engine made about 70 horsepower. Certainly not a performance car, but more for show than anything. Number 3 is the Porsche 911 SC-RS. In 1984, Porsche built a special edition 911 for Group B. This special edition was based on a road-legal Porsche 911 SC. It featured wider fenders, an improved suspension, and lighter body kit. Under the hood was a 3-liter flat-six engine that made about 255 horses. Number 2 is the Porsche 356B Abarth Carrera GTL. In 1949, Porsche requested Carlo Abarth to produce a lightweight body kit for the Porsche 356B Carrera. Porsche, at the time, had their focus on Formula One, so Carlo ended up designing and producing one of the most iconic Porsches of all time. It didn't just look good, it was built for performance as well. The car competed and won its class in the 1960 24 Hours of Le Mans. Now, number 1 on this list is the Porsche 935 Street. The Porsche 935 Street was a one-off build made exclusively by Porsche for Mansour Oja, a French Saudi Arabian-born entrepreneur and Porsche collector. The Porsche 935 racing car, which saw development between 1976 and 1981, was a great success for Porsche, and it held a special place in the hearts of many fans. Mansour was one of those, and his vision was a 935 racing car for the street, but with all the luxuries. The car was comprised of a brand new 930 body shell that was lifted from the production line and stuffed with race-bred components. The 3.3-liter turbocharged engine came from the 934, while the suspension, brakes, and wide arch panel work came from the 935. Lastly, it was finished in a brilliant red color that was mixed exclusively for Mansour. At the time, this was the most elaborate project the department had taken on. And unlike the other cars on this list, this is a one of one. So, which of these Porsches was your favorite? If it wasn't on this list, let me know. Either way, leave it in the comments below. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.